a unique hybrid melon created from cantaloupe and honeydew melon. Developed in Israel, the scientific name is cucumis melon. Welcome to the Ghanaian Farmer. My name is Enyunam. Get interactive on our social media platform on Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, and YouTube, the Ghanaian Farmer. Many thanks to our proud partner, Lizzie and Leaf Tomato Mix. And of course, many thanks to Rwanda Air for being our official partner for the African tour project that we are embarking on. We just got back from Rwanda. Watch out for our next trip. Of course, if you are a farmer, a Greek processor, a Greek investor, or anybody around that Greek value chain, you want to learn, you want to meet investors, you should sign up for the African tour or the Ghanaian Farmer Tourism Club that will be officially launching very soon to join us to travel across Africa and Europe to visit commercial farms, visit agro-processing companies, and get to know what are happening in the agri sector. Where is your interest? Today, we are still in the Ketu North District, precisely in a community called Tajevu, and we found ourselves in the biggest commercial farm. They are the game changers in the vegetable market. Of course, they export to international market as well. Today, we are talking about a unique melon called Galia Melon. And the gentleman to help enlighten us about Galia Melon is Matthew Nang. He is the expert or the person in charge of all the 40 houses, greenhouses units we have in Meflis Trust Ghana Limited. He is here to tell us about all that you need to know if you have interest in the fruit and vegetable farming. This is the interview you should be watching. So coming up is an insight, a profile on Galia Melon. When I come back, I will engage Matthew to talk to me about Meflis Trust Ghana Limited and what they are doing exceptionally, venturing into all this unique type of vegetables and fruit. Is the market available actually? And are the seeds produced here in Ghana? This and many more. Stay tuned, I'll be right back. Gallia melons are green flesh, aromatic musk melons with a golden yellow knitted rind. Gallia melons are adapted to warm, dry climatic and are often called desert melons. Rainfall during flowering and fruit formation significantly lowers the quality of Gallia melons. Melons have several yield flashes requiring harvest 3 to 4 times a week during peak production, while they tend to ripen even and the bulk of the fruit can be harvested in relatively few harvests. Melons and watermelon fruits are ready to harvest 45 to 60 days after flowering. Research at MU has shown that Gallia Max melons are very high yielding when grown in a high tenor. So gone by was a profile highlighting on Galia melon cultivation here in Ghana. Thanks for joining me, Matthew.
Thank you. You're most welcome.
Thank you very much. And I'm grateful for your time. Now, Galia melon, this is my first time of seeing this and even reading about it. Tell me a little bit about Galia melon.
Well, for Galia melon, as you said, it is something that is still developing even in Africa.
Okay.
It's not a common fruit, as we all know. Many people know watermelon, but for melon, some countries they call it max melon. But for the Galia, it's just one type of melon.
Okay.
It's a particular variety we call Galia. And as you said, this one, it is a hybrid variety.
Okay.
And then most of these varieties or these type of crop are foreign ones. This one in particular was being produced in Israel. It's an Israel variety.
Right.
That is it's well known, and then that's where we have even gotten it.
Okay, so it means that is where you imported the seeds from.
Exactly.
Okay. Now, Galia melon, how is the cultivation like? Is it nursery before transplanting, or you can directly plant the seed?
Yes, as compared to other, it belongs to the family, the cucumis.
Okay.
Yes, that is the family name for the Galia melon or melon in general. So, and then cucumis in their family, like melon, watermelon, those all those melon varieties, you can do it either the direct seeding on your planting bags or you do the seed trays. But we always advise that crops like this, hybrid crops like this, and especially in greenhouse, it's good you do it on the seed trays.
Okay.
So we are mostly doing it on the seed tray. We seed it on the seed trays, and then we transplant it to the greenhouse.
How long do you do the nursery for?
For this one, they are very fast growing, and even for the first two cotyledons leaf, at that stage you can transplant it.
Okay.
So normally 1 week or 1.5 week.
Okay. It's
You
good
transplant,
to transplant.
yes.
Okay. Can Gallia melon be planted in the open field?
Well, any crop can be planted in the open field, but it wouldn't do well.
Okay.
The fact is, it wouldn't do well
Right.
because they don't like so much temperature.
Okay.
And then one thing, even in the foreign countries where they are even cultivating it, it's been done under greenhouse production.
Okay. So for
Yes.
the good yield,
Yeah.
you should get a greenhouse.
Yeah, you should
Okay.
get a
So
greenhouse.
after a week and a half of nursery, when you transplant the Gallia melon, how long does it take before it starts, bearing the leaves? The leaves start shooting before we even see flowers, and then the fruit itself coming out.
Yes, after you transplant melon or Galia melon, within 1.5 months, you start seeing the male flowers coming up.
Okay.
But normally the melon families, the male flowers come first before the female flowers.
Okay.
So within 1.5 months, you see the male flowers coming. To 2 months, you see the female flowers coming. And that is where our interest area is.
Okay.
The female flowers.
How many quantity of plants are we seeing here?
For melon, this is 460.
460 pieces.
Yes, 460 pieces.
Okay. How many fruits are you likely to see on one plant?
On one plant, you determine the number of fruits, but we are looking at 5 fruits.
5 fruits per plant?
Per plant.
Okay. With regards to harvesting, I asked how many times you harvest, but you said you harvest comparing to the size, due to the size.
Yes.
What is the average size before you harvest in your farm?
Yeah, for our variety here, or for this place,
Yes.
it's 1.5 to 2 kg is okay.
1.5 to 2 kg.
Yes.
Then you can harvest.
We can harvest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Does it ripe? Because I saw one looking yellow. Does it also ripe, or you can only harvest when it's green?
It does not ripe, but even if it ripes, it is still consumable, depending on the market or whoever is in need of it.
Okay.
But it is mostly harvested when it is still green, with those scratches, you see like cracks on it, really showing that it is getting ripe.
Okay.
Yes.
Viewers, I will cut one of the Gallia melon for us to see how it looks like. Is Gallia melon sweet like the regular melon, watermelon we know?
Yes, it's sweeter than the normal watermelon we know.
Okay.
Because that's why even the name honey.
Right.
Yes, yes, that is why the honey is like the honey type.
Okay.
So it's more sweeter than, but on moisture content, watermelon has more moisture content than the Galia melon. So the Galia melon is sweeter and then less moisture content. You can store it longer than the normal watermelon we know.
How many weeks can it last?
Oh, for this Galia melon, it can take 3 months.
3 months?
Yes.
And it still be there?
It still be there, fresh.
Where should I keep it? If I should buy Gallia melon from a shop, where do you advise I keep it? Is it in my fridge or just on the bare tiles in my kitchen, or where should I keep it?
Storing these ones, normally we advise if you put it in the fridge, the taste would also change.
Okay.
So you find a cool place at the room temperature.
Room temperature.
Yes, you put it there. Within 3 months, it is still solid for you.
All right. I see you're using cocoa pits to plant this as well.
Yes.
But it means that on the open field with my regular soil, I can still plant.
Yeah, you can see, but that's the concern.
What kind of soil texture on the open field is good for planting Galia melon?
Galia melon. Well, we are looking at normally, we are always concerned about the pH.
Okay.
And then the pH, that is the power of hydrogen, that is determine the nutrient availability to the plants. So for, if you are to use it, that's why even in the open field, we are not advising you to do it.
Okay.
Because most of our soil does not have the right pH.
Okay.
And then the right pH here, we are looking at, for Galia melon, it does well, slightly acidic, that is 5.5 to 6.5. Within these ranges, it can do well.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you apply any form of fertilizer to this crop?
Yes, this crop does well with organic fertilizer. Organic-based fertilizer, especially humic acid. If you want to really get the taste, the structure of it, the canopy of it rightly, you have to do more with organic fertilizer.
Okay.
Yes.
When it comes to irrigating, what kind of water? Because my first interview with you, you told me you can't use just any water. What kind of water can I use to irrigate Galia melon?
Just like it is a general thing for a greenhouse. For a greenhouse water quality.
Okay.
It's a general thing. As far as it is within the proper range that you are looking at the EC, then the pH of the water, it is also very profitable to do it, or give it any of the irrigation water. But we are already looking at an EC less than 2. 2 microsiemens is good for an irrigation water in the greenhouse.
All right. What kind of disease is Galia melon prone to?
For Galia melon, they are prone to, we have a particular disease, the mildew. The way you see Galia melon, they are prone to mildew, they are prone to this root rot. And then these are the major diseases probably I have been observed.
Okay.
Since we started production of the
What
Galia melon.
symptoms should I see? Does it attack the leaves, the plant itself, or the fruits?
What the Phytophthora or disease, for that one, it can attack the roots.
Okay.
And even it can be reflected on the fruits.
Okay. Okay.
So you see a fruit that is immature, but it is ripening.
Okay.
That tells you that
there's a problem.
there's a Phytophthora infection there.
Okay.
But powdery mildew, normal, you see, before you realize all your flowers drop. Within, you see all your flowers drop.
Okay. Then there's trouble.
Yes, there's trouble.
What's the essence of the red? I don't know what to call it. Red
Nets.
cloth or nets.
Nets,
nice.
yes.
That you have around the melon. What is it for?
For the red thing you are seeing, it's just to hold the plants in place.
Okay.
That's why you see we have, per every line or row, we have 2 sets of lines up. One is for holding the melon because of the weight.
The weight of it.
And
if
then
not, it will fall.
Yes, if not, it will fall, and it also have an impact on the stem of the plant.
Okay.
And when you have a problem with the stem of the plant, you can rest assured that your yield wouldn't be good for you.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long can the Galia melon plant last for before you have to replace it with new ones?
For Galia melon, we are already looking at 3 months.
3 months.
3 months,
Okay.
it's okay for you to discard it
Okay.
and then plant new one.
Who are your main markets? I am concerned about market for every interview I do. Who are your main markets? Who do you sell to?
Well, this is a growing industry. Melon is, because many people know watermelon
Yes, we are
and they
used to
consume it.
yes.
Yes. This is still a growing
Very
melon.
new.
Yeah, very new. Except those that probably have traveled outside the country, they might have been used to it. So our target market, probably where we supply now, is the ShopRites.
Okay.
And then KFC and some few people that probably are used to it.
Right.
Yes.
How much investment goes into, I don't know if I should call this half an acre or this half an acre or quarter an acre. Are you able to tell me, it's okay, is it, capital intensive to go into Galia melon farming?
No, this is one of the cheapest. It is cheap in terms of cost. In terms of cost of production compared to watermelon production. It is easily grown. The fruits, and then because I may not say it because mostly watermelon is done in the open field, not in the greenhouse. But comparatively, watermelon grown in the open field and then this Galia melon grown in the greenhouse, I can say this has a lowest cost of production.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So in terms of production or cost, this has the lowest cost of production. It's a new market, but it is equally in high demand, especially with the big supermarkets we have in the country. So if you're considering to go into, let's say, fruit farming, you want to do your research widely, consult those who are already there, and find out what you need to put in place before going into Galia Melon. This is still the Ghanaian farmer. My name is Enyonam, and standing next to me is Matthew Nyang. He is in charge of all the 40-unit greenhouse we have here in Mephiles. Trust Ghana Limited. They are the biggest, the largest vegetable and fruit producers and exporters here in Ghana. And we are currently in Ketu North District, precisely in a community called Tajavu. Yes, when I was a little kid, that's my church. But coming up is a conversation with an expert to tell us what's the potential of Galia Melon market in Ghana.
For now, what we do, we look at it and see these exotic products. Some of them, most of the shop import them. So the local market, the demand is so huge, where we think that we can able to feed that market and then grow it well and then supply locally. Then we look at the export market, because the export market, we can't compete, and then sustainability is one of the key. So those products, the demand local is high, where we think that people can take advantage of that. Yes, institution can produce it here. The research institutions have to work. Like some of the universities like GAEC, and then we have a seed board where we think that the dynamic of the market now, the strength is going different direction. They should get closer so that we have that collaboration, because we have to tell them what the market wants. They can breed the seed according to what we can produce, because without a quality seed, you can't get a yield and you can't get a produce to or quality produce. So those are some of the few challenges we want. Institution can produce. We know some of the research institutions are doing well, but let's let them come together and see what the market wants. We shouldn't focus on holding this only cassava and then yam. The vegetable also need attention, because I know that's the big challenge. That's why some of our market queen go all the way to Burkina to bring tomatoes, because that's what the market wants. So when we are together, we will tell them this is what the market wants. Then they can produce those seeds, breed those seeds for us to produce the produce for the consumers.
My name is Enyonam. Get interactive on our social media platform: Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram, YouTube, The Ghanaian Farmer. If you want to become a farmer, if you want to go into farming, agri-processing, you want to be an investor, whatever it is in the agri-value chain you want to do, get in touch with us, The Ghanaian Farmer, or Count on Crops Hub. We are on social media. Send us your message. Our consultation is very, very affordable. We'll have time for you and guide you from the basic till you are done. Of course, watch out for the Ghanaian Farmer Tourism Club. We'll be launching it very soon. We are taking some farmers from Ghana to other part of the eastern, southern, and every part of Africa, of course, in Europe. The purpose is for you to have knowledge transfer, exposure, meet other farmers, visit other commercial farms, meet other agro investors. What is new? What can you tap into? What can you bring into Ghana? So if you want to be on this trip, make sure to send a message to me directly, Enyona Manya, on social media, or my number is displayed on the screen. Get in touch with us and register for our next trip. Until then, it's a bye for now.